Good morning, good morning, good Thursday morning to you. Our week is almost over. Just so happy to be here with you today. We're gonna remind ourselves of our 3 words, our Sanskrit words that we talked about, and focus on those today. And then I'm gonna give you a tiny sort of on your own assignment. It's not really an assignment, you don't have to do it. But I did this yesterday, and it was very helpful. It was really nice to sort of hone my mind in. So I look forward to telling you about your assignment in just a little bit. All right. I swear I have drank more hot tea since the coronavirus started than I have my whole life. And I'm a big hot tea drinker. But it's like every morning now I have my tea. I have like 3 or 4 cups of tea. I'm happy to say only one of them is caffeinated, just the first one, and then all the rest is herbal. But I've reinvigorated my love for tea. My grandmother, when I was a young boy, she lived in the basement of our house, and she's British. My mother's maiden name is Pinkerton, so very, very British. And I remember she taught me how to make tea and how to appreciate the time that it takes to make tea, and the time that it takes for the tea to get to just the right taste when it's steeping. And it's an interesting thing. It's a beautiful thing for, I think, older people to teach younger people, because young people are in such a state of always going, and tea literally makes you sit and wait for the water to boil, and sit and wait for the tea to steep to the right amount, and it allows you, it's a great technique for meditating, actually. So without knowing it, or maybe knowing it, my grandmother was probably the first person to teach me how to meditate when I was 2-3 years old. So make a cup of tea. Make a cup of tea every morning, and just let yourself be for a little while, and it'll help you get into that state of meditation. That's my little nugget of wisdom for you today. So we'll just wait a few minutes, and then we're going to start our meditation today. And it's going to be an easy one. An easy one for us to sort of just sit and focus with ourselves. And then I'm looking forward to telling you about this assignment. I call it an assignment because that's the word I use. It's not something that this isn't a class. It's not something that you have to do. But I suggest you try it, only because I tried it for the first time yesterday. Probably for the first time, really, with this intent. And it was wonderful. It really allowed me to focus in on my own, and it was while I was doing other things. So it's like an active meditation, and if you've never done an active meditation before, it can be very eye-opening because you then can realize you can meditate during every moment of your life. You just have to sort of practice and remind yourself that that's what you're doing. Many times I sit in staff meetings, and I think my fellow workers and my boss think that I'm zoning out and that I'm not present, but I am. I'm present, but I'm actively meditating and calming my state while actively listening, and sometimes being a part of the staff meeting, but I'm tend to be quiet in a staff meeting these days, and only say things when I think they really need to hear me, instead of blathering off. Because I think that when we do that without taking the time to, even for a moment, meditate and think about it, then we're letting our mind go ahead of our brain. And we have to allow our brain to have a moment before we open our mouth. All right, my friend, I think enough tea for now. Find your space. I'm going to find my space over here, and we'll go through a nice languid set of meditation using our Sanskrit words KOHAM, which is I am, right? Or I am this. NOHAM, which is I am not that, right? So when the monkey mind comes in, or many times when we meditate, I think we generally try to stay positive when we meditate, because that's the sort of feeling that we want in our bodies. But often negative things come in, or things that maybe aren't the most positive, or something's happening in your life that just keeps nagging at you and won't go away. Well, you have a superpower now. You have the superpower of NOHAM to accept that it's there. I mean, don't dismiss it and make it disappear, because it's always going to be there. But acknowledge it, and then thank you, not now, because I'm working on myself. So you say NOHAM, and you come right back into your breath. It's a great way to keep your focus. So we've got KOHAM, I am that, or I am this. NOHAM, I am not that. And SOHAM, I am that, thou art the highest, which means this is what is. What is perfect is perfect. And you're giving it up to the greater community. So that's what we're going to do today. And then I'll talk to you about your little active meditation assignment afterward that I'm excited to tell you about. And I hope you try it. And when you do try it, shoot me an email or shoot me a text if you have my information, and let me know how it went. And I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, so find your space, make your sacred space, and we'll get started in just a moment. All right. There you go. It's important to make sure that you're ready to go at the beginning. So you don't want to get out of your state. You have to adjust and change the best you can. Right, here we go, my friends. So make sure you're in your state, in your area, and your spine is elongated and nice and straight up and down. It's a little invisible twine coming from the back of your head, and just slowly raising you up nice and tall. Okay, and of course, if you can't sit in this position or a position on the floor, you can sit on a chair, your feet flat on the floor, your feet parallel, and your knees out. Your hands can be on your lap, wherever you think it's easiest for you. And we're going to start today by closing our eyes. And allow your body to just go soft, even though your spine is nice and erect. Make sure that your brow is loose, your eyes are soft, your Jaw is soft. Shoulders, neck, chest, your stomach, nice and open. Just let it hang out. Think about going down your arms. Nice and loose. Get rid of all that tension that you've had during the night, during your sleep. Each single solitary finger, feel each one. Down to your hips, through your legs, every single toe. And we're going to sit in silence for a lot today, so I look forward to those moments with you. So even though I'm not saying anything, know that I'm still here with you. Start off with our gong. We'll take a deep breath in on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And out on 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Each time you breathe it in, you're breathing in energy and you're letting out stress and relaxation, letting it all go. So breathe it in again on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And let it go on 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one last time. This time when you release it, let it out with a nice sigh. Breathe it in on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And out on 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just let your breath go back to its regular pace. It should be a little slower now. While you're doing that, I'm just going to remind everybody about our focus today. We're going to have a lot of silence today. We're going to focus in on our Sanskrit words. KOHAM, which is I am this, I am. Allowing us to stay in the present moment. Focus in on what is now. That is our goal. That's our only goal today. I don't think that's too much. Just to focus in on what is now. And if at any time, any negative thoughts, any bad energy, any crazy monkey mind chores come into your mind, use your power word, noham. So you accept that it's there. And then noham, dismiss it, and come right back to KOHAM. And after a while, we're going to segue into soham, which is creating to the greater community. So first, we're staying in ourselves and really focusing on this moment. And then after that, we'll reach out and focus to the greater regular community. Remember that there are hundreds of other people that are meditating at the exact same time as we are across the globe. It's absolutely true, and try to connect with them. It's amazing what you can do with meditation across miles and miles and miles of terrains. Okay, let's take one more deep breath in so we can focus in on this. Here we go on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And out on 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, ko. Breathe out, ha. Breathe in, ko. Breathe out, ha. It's right for you. You feel solid in your KOHAM meditation. Transition to SOHAM and connect with all the others. The collective creation. So breathe out on hum. Breathe in on so. Out on hum. Slowly bring your attention back to the room. You can open your eyes. Bow to yourself. Bow to each other. Namaste. That was a lot of silence for us today. How did you feel about that? How did it go for you? I keep trying to allow our meditation practice to sort of grow each day a little bit, each week a little bit, so that we can handle a little more silence and focus on just being here and being present. And I hope that it's working for you as well. I know some of you are probably experienced meditators, and to many of you it probably seems remedial, but some of you might not be. And I think it's important that we grow each day in our meditation. Now, I do want to tell you about my little assignment. I know you thought I'd forget, right? So today, in your goings-on, if you're walking around the house, or if you can get outside, which is fantastic, you can get outside and enjoy the air and the sun and the breeze a little bit. I want you to do sort of a walking color meditation, like 10 minutes of your time, really no more than that. And while you walk around, think of a color. Maybe the color is red. Okay, if the color you've chosen is red, that's why I wore my t-shirt today. If your color you've chosen is red, then as you walk, discover something is red, and really discover it. You see it if it's a stop sign, right? Look at it, really look at it. How large is that stop sign? How many sides are there? They're usually octagonal. Did you know that? Is the white in the stop sign pristine white? Is it laid over? Has it been painted on it? Are there any dents to it? I mean, really look at that stop sign. Really, if you rename it to octagonal red sign with writing on stick, or whatever that happens to be. So you take it out of the world of what everybody else calls it and just make it another object. And then once you've been there for a while, continue your walk and then find the next thing that's red. And notice that, and notice how rough it is, or how smooth it is, or how small it is, and the difference between those two red objects. And why are they so different even though they're the same color? It might seem very silly to do, but once you do it for 10 minutes, see how many you get through. And when you're done, you'll look back at it and you'll think, oh my gosh, there's so many things that I miss every day just because I'm walking and I'm not paying attention. So that's my goal for you. That's my little mini assignment, or whatever you want to call it. And just take 10 minutes out of your day to do it. You can even do it in your house. You don't have to go outside. And enjoy it. Enjoy 10 minutes out of your day to take care of you. All right? All right. Thank you. You have a good Thursday. Bye-bye.